Hi there, my name is Monika and welcome to Guru Grit, a place where we can learn together. So one thing I've always wanted to do, even before I ever thought I'd even have a YouTube or anything like on social media, just for my own collection. I'm an avid reader. I always wanted to do book reviews, just keep track of all the things that I've read and my notes on them. And so I thought I would start. And today I was thinking about what it's like to be a woman, what my experience has been, the experience of the women in my life, and the wonderful people watching that I've been doing recently, all these beautiful women everywhere. And I remembered a wonderful book I read some time ago, maybe about 5 years ago now. Yes, 5 years ago. And it was a beautiful summer. I was tasked with house sitting for my parents. Actually, my whole family was out of the country, so I was the only one here. And it was a wonderful summer, very leisurely. I would wake up early, sit outside, have coffee with my cats running around my feet, read, meet my friend for breakfast or brunch in a lovely part of Toronto, walk around, we'd bring our laptops, try to do some work, usually shirk our responsibilities. And I spent the majority of the time reading the book that I'm going to review today, pretty much in a backyard taking in the sunshine, tanning. And it was just such a wonderful memory. It just evoked this wonderful, easygoing energy for those few weeks. So I want to talk about OSHO, the Book of Women, celebrating the female spirit. So it's pretty much one of the, it does have some notes, but it's one of the only books I have that's not completely marked with sticky notes and highlights and pen marks everywhere, but I remember it very, very well. And I was skimming through it. I wanted to talk to you about it, why I think it's a significant thing to go over, and for my own life experience and how this book has really helped me. So in the book, he just recounts things like, he makes some wonderful comparisons. There's some good food for thought, but like female energy, femininity, the modern age, and even a comparison between, like in the modern world and the ancient world, between Eastern and Western cultures and femininity. Creativity, expression, and power. The power that there is in the feminine. Like, I've always believed instinctively and intuitively, no one's better than someone else. It's just, some people, the way that they express is obvious or evident, and others is different. It's not bad or good, it's just what is. It's in what isness. So coming to terms with the what isnesses of the world has been my greatest spiritual teacher, because it allows me to just observe without judging or feeling strong emotion. So why this book really helped me, I read it in my late 20s, and the whole of my 20s, up until that point, my whole adult life, I was just really sort of entangled in this. It tasted like bitterness, like just bitter, where I just didn't understand. No matter how accomplished you were, or articulate, or driven, or anything, things just didn't really work out for you. But at the same time, I wanted to be accomplished, and I wanted to be successful, and I like being driven, I like being goal-oriented. There's nothing wrong in that. But what's really contradictory, to me, I felt it on a physical level, like it would make me sick thinking about it. And he does touch upon this in the book, is we've built a world around ourselves where to be successful, a woman, it's expected of a woman, and I'm not judging, I'm just saying, this was my observation and it made me really upset. And when I would speak out against it, I would get into trouble with other women. They would rip on me. I'd say, but why, to do that job, or to get from here to there, why do I have to act like a man, think like a man, be a man? Like I'm aggressive in my own way. Everyone has a defense mechanism. Every living thing, even plants, they emit poison or some kind of bodies and antibodies. So I thought, but I don't want to be hyper-aggressive or hyper-sexualized. I just want to be me. And they would be like, oh, but then you're not free. You're not liberating yourself. You're still oppressed. And it's like you just can't win. So no matter what you did, you really couldn't win. That's the way that I saw it. And I felt so low because it was so difficult to find other people who resonated with that, or kind of like noticed it and observed it and didn't want to go with the flow of that. And I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong, but it was not right for me personally. You know, I don't want to work like 100 hours a week and neglect my body and neglect my mental health and my life, you know, and my social life, my personal relationships, to make a few extra dollars an hour or something like that. And then they'd be like, but you're weak and you can't cut it. And it was just like, actually, I'm not weak at all. That's a one-size-fits-all formula. It just doesn't work for everybody. So now we know that's very, very true, especially with recent events. We've had a huge restructuring of the work environment. But this book at the time really allowed me to see, you know, the value of this energy and the allowing of that energy and the flowing of that energy. It's just like a spirit. It's neutral, like, to me, in my opinion, that's the way I see it. You know, there's just, everything works together. We live in an interdependent existence, and it's good. Get on your own team, get on your own side, and then watch life unfold for you in a beautiful way. Don't hide parts of yourself because you're afraid of what other people will say or think. So Osho, as always, his writing style, much like his speaking style, and I assume his thinking style, his teaching style, really acerbic. You know, it's like burnt garlic. You just get that hit in your mouth. Wicked sense of humor, all those things. He's a very, you know, interesting teacher. I certainly love him. I was introduced to him by my older sister. So he's been around on my bookshelves for a long, long time, long time. But this is the one I wanted to start with because I just feel like we're coming into a time where we're giving people more freedom to just be who they really are. And if you're someone who wants to win in life without compromising, you know, compromising what makes you you, then it's a good start. You know, I've got lots of his books. I've got one on children, creativity, fame, ambition, and success, and one called The Mustard Seed, which is when I was one chapter in, and I had a powerful mystical experience reading that book. So certainly an amazing teacher. If you're interested and you can kind of handle his gruffness, then go for it. So I hope you read it. I hope you enjoy it. If you find this useful, let me know. In the future, I will go on to do more. Next, I'm going to review one of Marianne Williamson's books, and the first like really spiritual book that I read that wasn't a religious text was Gary Zukav's Seat of the Soul. So I'm going to review that book because a lot of people have been asking questions about it. They keep saying, where are you getting this from? And can you tell me what to read so I can learn more about it? And I dug out the copy and all my little notes are in there and it's all highlighted. So I was going over it this morning. I'm going to talk about that next week. And apart from that, let me know what books you want me to review and give you my 2 cents. I'd like to go over the whole collection if I could, but I've given so many of them away I don't even remember because I've been reading spiritual books for 15 years. Very few stick out. But if there's anything you want me to read, let me know. I have a P.O. box. You can send me things there as well. And you can find me on TikTok. I go live frequently there. We have a lot of fun. We go live for a long time and we party. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you found it useful and helpful. I hope it expands your search for knowledge and especially the quest to know oneself above all else. So thank you so much and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.